Hey. Oh. Jonas.
Amigo, been a while. How are you?
Good to see
Like I said that first, right? But does that make sense? Why you want to hit them? And okay, I want to talk. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna just tell you.
Sir Keneto himself.
All the way in from Manila in the Philippines, the one, the only, Dean Canito Joaquin Henson. The team is here.
Bye, let's go! Buenos días. Buenos días, buenos días todo. La Presscon para estudiar. Hey! Good job, sir! Good job! Minggu bilang tu,
Really good? Japan! Thank you. You were meant to meet the Henson? He said just he has a team that organized 40 years. It's
lang? Oh, yes, thank you. Siya po na walang mistake na.
Sana likod kayo para makano.
Let's go.
Iron Super B12. Everything, Jerwin, ay, nakapansin nilang alot daw ko, si Ganda.
Gamay eh. Oy! Sorry. Vlogger na, vlogger. Okay, gamay. Pau. 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 Jus kayo kontra. Si? Kontra. Ano? Kanya doon, lingkod. Kaning nga lingkuran nanti kaning dre. Straight. Kanang nagkaloog ya. Diba? Mana, diba?
Iya, pregunta lang mo.
Let's go.
So, kilala mo na siya. You've seen him move. Did you learn things that you could compete in? Like when mas prepared ka na for this. The monster, she got her SAG card now. Did she? Beautiful. 2.5.
I love it.
Just because,
I mean, yeah, just going to the auditions and all this stuff. That's cool, man.
oh, hey, I get to work. 2.5. What do you think?
Gamay.
Muna siya?
Kaya. Gamay.
Right. Welcome you to Los Angeles, the city of angels. This is the official press conference for Fundora versus Ocampo. I'm Brian Custer, the host of Showtime Championship Boxing. And on Saturday, October 8th, Showtime Championship Boxing is back. And we are back in a big way at one of our favorite outdoor venues in the sport. Dignity Health Sports Park, which has brought this network so many memorable, historic fights. You know, it's our second time here this year. Last time we were here in May, history was made, because that was when Jermell Charlo stopped Brian Castaño in that 10th round and made history. He became the first undisputed champion at 154 pounds in this 4-belt era. We're on this coming Saturday. We've got 3 fights, and the main event, another meaningful fight in the 154-pound division, because the winner becomes the #1 mandatory for Jermell Charlo's WBC belt. The fights and our broadcast will begin at 10 p.m. Eastern. That is 7 o'clock Pacific time. The fights are being promoted by TGB Promotions, Samson Boxing, and of course they're brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. Everyone always asks me about tickets, and you can get your tickets at AXS.com. Again, AXS.com. Now, we're also going to deliver you 3 exciting matchups featuring rising contenders, prospects. They're going to be streamed. We're going to stream those to you live on the Showtime Sports YouTube channel, the Showtime Boxing Facebook page, and all of that will come before our broadcast on Showtime Championship Boxing. That action will kick off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is 4:30 Pacific Time here in Los Angeles. And the Countdown Show is hosted by my colleagues Luke Thomas, Brian Campbell, and the highlights. You're going to see the veteran welterweight contender, Aegis Mean Machine Kavalauskas. He's going to take on Michael Fox. They're clashing over 10 rounds. Their fight. You're also going to see that unbeaten flyweight prospect herself, Gabriela Fundora, will be sharing the card for the first time with her brother. She's going to kick the stream off, by the way, as she takes on Reyes. It's going to be a fantastic night of boxing on Showtime. Now to our main card. And starting the night off, we got the IBF Junior Bantamweight World Champion, Fernando Martinez. He's going to be taking on the former world champion, Jerwin Ancajas. This is a rematch. You remember the last time we had this fight? It was Martinez who took the belt away. And then the co-main, top middleweights, Carlos Adames will take on Juan Macias Montiel. And again, the winner of that fight is looking squarely at the WBC champion, who is Jermell Charlo. We all remember the last time we saw Juan, he went 12 rounds with the champion in an exciting fight. And then we get to the main event. The main event. Sebastian Fundora, unbeaten, 19-0-1, 13 knockouts. He has just skyrocketed to the top of the super welterweight division. He's now got that fan-friendly style that people love to see. He's got that toughness that he exhibited in his last fight when he took on Erickson Lubin. And at 6'6", the unbeaten southpaw from Coachella, California, towers over his opponents. Of course, that's why they call him the Towering Inferno. And boy, he has certainly shown that he will go toe-to-toe with anyone. And of course, he will be fighting in the main event, Carlos Ocampo. 34-1, 22 knockouts. You know, the last time we saw Carlos Ocampo 4 years ago, when he took on Errol Spence Jr. Well, since that time, Ocampo has moved up to 154, and he has won 12 straight fights. It will be one heck of a main event coming your way on Saturday. We're going to talk about these fights here with these guys, and let's get into it. And Gabriella, let me start with you, ladies first, since you'll be kicking off the stream. Talk to me about what does it feel like to be on the card with your brother? This first time that you guys have done that. Tell me your thoughts.
It was very exciting to be here in California, our hometown, to be fighting together. This doesn't happen very often, so it's gonna be an exciting night, fireworks, and hope the fans enjoy it.
Along those lines, let's talk about your opponent. You know, it's one thing when your brother's the main event. I'm sure you want to upstage him a little bit. What should we expect when you get in the ring?
The fans are gonna expect fireworks, a lot of action. We worked hard in the ring and in our gym, so it's gonna show out in the ring. Fight night, come fight night.
Love it. Gabriela Fandoro, don't want to miss it. She's going to kick things off there at Dignity on Saturday night. So now let's get to the Showtime Championship Boxing broadcast. And again, it's a rematch. The IBF Junior Bantamweight champ, Fernando Martinez. He's 14-0. He's got himself 8 knockouts. Champ, I'm going to start with you. Martin Bader is here. He will do the translation. Champ, you certainly shocked the world when you beat Ancajas and took his belt. Tell us why Saturday we should expect the same result.
Bueno, Fernando, vos sorprendiste al mundo entero. Cuando derrotaste a Ancajas, le arrebataste el cinturón. ¿Por qué la gente debería esperar el mismo resultado este sábado?
Hola, muy buenas tardes. Y bueno, quiero agradecer a Showtime PBC por darme otra vez la oportunidad de volver a estar en su show. Yo creo que porque vamos a hacer una verdadera guerra de vuelta. Estamos bien preparados, nos preparamos muy bien y estamos al 100% para demostrar todo lo que sabemos, ¿no?
First of all, I want to thank Showtime and PBC for giving me the opportunity to be on the showcase once again. I'm very happy to be here, and you can expect the same thing once again because it's going to be an all-out war once again. We're going to put on a show, it's going to be a great fight, and the fans are going to get exactly what they want on Saturday night.
Chip, you know, they say it's one thing to win the title, but guys always say it's even harder to keep it because now guys are gunning after you. What has that been like, being the champion now, going into your first title defense?
Bueno, ¿qué es más difícil que ganar el título? Mantener el título, ¿verdad? Entonces ahora pasaste de ser el cazador a ser el cazado. ¿Cómo cambió tu mentalidad quizás sabiendo que ya no sos el que viene de atrás, el que va de punto, sino que sos la banca?
No, la verdad que lo tomo con mucha más responsabilidad. Como quedé también en Argentina el único campeón, me hizo poner los pies sobre la tierra y nada, que tengo que dar lo mejor de mí para que la gente de Argentina ponga contenta y llevar a la Argentina a lo más alto, ¿no? Y que bueno, va a costar retener, pero lo vamos a hacer con mucho éxito.
Is it going to be hard? You bet it's going to be hard. But being the champion has given me an added sense of responsibility that I take with a lot of humility. And I'm trying to keep my feet firmly on the ground, be focused on the fight. And I know that I want to make Argentinian people happy. That's my main goal. How do I make that happen? By remaining the champion and winning this fight.
Jerwin, last time you guys fought, you were the champion. Now you're coming in as the challenger. Tell us why Saturday will be different this time around and why you will win the fight.
First of all, I will thank PBC to to bring me back here to fight Martinez again. I'm so happy, and also my coaches, my team will work hard, and we follow our conditioning, everything, and we will hard for this fight to get back our belt, sir.
Yes.
Jerwin, in the first fight, you guys went toe-to-toe. Do you think it was a mistake to do that? And will we see you guys go toe-to-toe again in this fight?
Maybe, sir, but that time my condition is not good. That's why I go for it for toe-to-toe, because I can move very well because my legs cramps. That's why I go for it for what he do in the ring. But now we prepare for it what he do inside the ring for this Saturday night, sir, and we will prepare for that.
Last question for you, Jerwin. I think the last time you guys fought earlier this year, there were 5 world champions from the Philippines at the time. Now there are 0. Will there be a world champion from the Philippines come Saturday night?
We pray, and if God will give me that win, big win, sir, will honor us to bring back in Philippines the belt and the champion belt, sir.
Fantastic. Thank you. Champ, I'll give you the last word. He said, listen, his legs cramped up after the second round. He couldn't move. He had to go slug it out with you. That was a mistake the first time around. Now he feels better. He can give some movement. Are you prepared for a Jerwin Ancajas who will probably give you more movement this time around?
Acá Jerwin dijo que en el segundo round, cuando pelearon hace unos meses, él se acalambró. Y además no está en la mejor condición física que digamos, por eso él tuvo que ir mano a mano, como fajarse un poquito más. Ahora parece que él va a ser un poco más táctico, se va a mover más dentro del ring. Entonces, ¿cómo cambia eso quizás tu mentalidad, tu estrategia para enfrentarlo por segunda vez?
Bueno, la verdad que nosotros tenemos plan B, plan A y bueno, nosotros vamos por todo. Nosotros estamos terriblemente bien entrenados para hacer tremenda guerra acá en Los Ángeles y vamos a dejar un buen espectáculo para toda la gente de Estados Unidos, de México y toda Latinoamérica, así que vamos a dejar todo.
Well, you know what? I have a plan A, I have a plan B. I am ready for absolutely anything. And I can promise you, we're going to put on such a great show. It's going to be, like I said before, an all-out war that we're going to make the fans in the US, the fans in Mexico, the fans all over the world be so happy that they tuned into this fight. I can promise you that.
That's going to be the first fight of the night. Now we get to the co-main in the middleweight division. Carlos Adames, he's 21-1, 16 knockouts. He's from the Dominican, taking on Juan Montiel, 23-5-2. He's got 23 knockouts. Carlos will be arriving in later today, so we'll talk with Juan here. And Juan, you went 12, you went right up to 154. You've displayed power. You've stopped 8 of your last 10 opponents. How do you explain the knockout streak and the power now that you've gone up to 154?
Bueno, después de la pelea contra Spence, Carlos, te fuiste directo a las 154 libras y te ha ido muy bien. Has noqueado a 8 de tus últimos 10 oponentes, tu fuerza y tu potencia están fuera de todo cuestionamiento. ¿Cómo te sentís en este momento de cara a la pelea contra Sebastián?
Pues me siento muy bien, muy fuerte, la verdad ya estamos desesperados porque sea el día de la pelea, estamos listos y preparados para el 8 de octubre.
I'm feeling better than ever, Brian, and you know, I'm ready for what's going to be a great challenge, and we're going to put on a really good show for everybody. It's going to be a war on October 8th.
Sebastian, I'm sure the undisputed champ, Jamel Charlo, Tim Tszyu, will be watching. They're scheduled to fight in January. What are you hoping this fight does for you, considering they're getting ready to fight as well?
Well, I don't know what they'll think about it, but I'm just going to put on a great performance for it.
Carlos, why Fundora? I mean, he's been like a matchup nightmare for his opponents. Now, not only with the height, the reach, but now he's displayed the power in stopping guys. Tell me why you accepted this matchup.
De todos los rivales a los que podrías haber elegido, ¿por qué Fundora? Ya que él tiene no solo la altura y el alcance, sino que ahora también ha demostrado que tiene una fuerza tremenda. ¿Qué te hizo querer pelear contra él?
The title fight. Champ.
Down in front, still. Stand, everybody down in front of you right now.
First fight of the night. Bring your belt, champ. Champ, bring your belt. Daniel Martinez, he's the IBF Junior Bantamweight champion. He's unbeaten, 14-0. The former champion, Yerwin Ancajas. This will be the first fight to start things off of the night. The co-main, Juan Macias Montiel. He'll be taking on Carlos Adames. Winner of this fight, named one of the top contenders for the WBC World Title. And we get to the main event of the evening. The unbeaten Sebastian Fundora, 19-0, 13 knockouts, taking on Carlos Ocampo, 34-1, 22 knockouts. Winner of this fight remains the #1 contender for Jamel Charlo's WBC World Title belt. Thank you. And thank you everybody for coming out and for watching.
Yo, let's get the team.
That's
Team photo in. Team
Sir, can you come? That's sir.
Family affair. Martinez and God. Everybody that's in Mexico, we have a lot
Now, we focus our conditioning, weight, and now
What was missing from your conditioning in the first fight? What did you do that you did this time?
this week, I did this my condition is that's why now we manage my weight, fat early, and now I feel
So you mentioned cramping issues, like your legs weren't what they were. Can you talk a little bit about that?
first round. The second round, maybe the diet from now we focus on weight
Do you plan on throwing as many punches as you did in the first fight? It was a fight that had a heck of a pace. Both you guys kept throwing and throwing and throwing. Do you want to throw that many punches, or you don't want to have that high of a punch out?
Maybe maybe if they have a chance to for now we focus on our game plan and how to win this fight.
A lot more focused than on not going toe-to-toe with him because you would fall into his look.
Yeah, because that toe-to-toe is his style, his fight style. That's why I'm into his style. That's why. But now we have more plan. What coach said to me is in the ring.
How do you expect this rematch to play out in your mind?
This rematch for me very important because for now in the Philippines I'm world champion now. Then maybe this fight I want to win this fight again. Maybe we look forward to this Saturday.
When you look at the division, you have a big matchup coming up in December, Amon Gonzalez against Gallo Estrada. I would imagine you have your eyes on them as well because they could be potentially future opponents. You're smiling right now. Do you think a matchup with them is in the works for you in the future?
If I have a chance to fight with them, how many years like post calling fight or unifying belt. Suddenly I don't like that right now. Maybe if I did this belt again and hope this coming, what Sushan Sushan really give me a fight for it, we can see.
In your opinion, who wins that third match between Roman and Caio Estrada?
That guy it's my idol. I'm not a champion. Maybe I go for artificial. Maybe Estrada. Yeah.
Do you think because of his boxing, his way to move, or what do you favor Estrada slightly in that match? And finally, you've had a new young fighter burst onto the scene in Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Just curious, what do you think about Bam Rodriguez and the wins he's had over Carlos Cuadras and Sorron's side?
Bam Rodriguez also he's starting in boxing right now. Maybe this year he hit the star in 1 month. And we look at this
My last question, and I'm just wondering, for you, German, what's your dream fight? What's the fight that you feel before you retire, before you end your career in boxing, you have to fight said boxer, or that fight has to happen?
Right now, it depends to Sushan what he gives to me. If I get this belt, I want to unify
the winner of Roman and Caio. All right, hey German, thank you, man. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. German Ancajas here with Marcos Villegas in Los Angeles. Appreciate it.